On Monday, Montreal Management Consultancy Establishment, MMCE, announced that they would begin 2 housing projects in the city called Roseau City Square and at Picard Portsmouth, Phoenix City. Acting Prime Minister Dr. John Colin McIntyre stated that it's government's policy and the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister to build a modern and climate-resilient country.
We're looking at the Georgetown area. Georgetown is a very flat area with quite a bit of access, proximity to a number of the business areas and whatnot, and the inclusion, which will be presented to us just now, lends well to a modern development, taking into consideration the whole view of building back better and building in terms of climate resilience. We are also here to launch the Pong project. But those of us who have known Roseau, and those of us who live in Roseau, and those of us who are familiar with Roseau, we would like to see something much better, in the perimeters of the financial center and the ministerial building, because these happen to be a very important part of Roseau.
MMCE project manager Chris Timmins stated that the 2 projects will provide a much-needed additional housing stock to Dominica. Timmins announced that the new project will replicate the designs of the housing projects at Bellevue-Chopin.
We will be taking those designs and replicating the basic designs for 3-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom apartments in Phoenix, Picard. Obviously, it is our intent that these designs will be, as far as possible, hurricane resilient. In order to further increase this resilience, we will be adding now reinforced concrete roof structures underneath what will become a decorative roof structure above it, providing an aesthetic architectural approach with structural integrity which should be able to stand the most of the extreme climatic conditions we anticipate happening in the future. I should also add that we are going to re-engineer Bellevue-Chopin at this point in time to also include concrete roof structures to the structures we've already built there, and the further structures will have it as ongoing construction process.
Liaison Officer with MMCE, Garvin Joseph, gave an overview of the projects.
Beginning 2018, a total of 100 residential units and more than 50 retail outlets will be constructed for the first project named the Roseau City Square, a fully integrated community with modern, sustainable infrastructure and underground utilities aptly named after the legendary bird, which resembles Dominica's rebirth. Phoenix City will consist of nearly 300 residential units with sizable commercial plazas that could serve both the private sector through retail spaces and the government entities through available spacious offices.
The units will be constructed with reinforced concrete and impact-resistant windows. At Picard, there will be 198 3-bedroom apartments, 88 2-bedroom apartments, and 6 6-bedroom apartments. There will also be a sports field, children's play area, central commercial and office buildings, 14 retail units, 22 office units to be used as local government offices, and possibly some private offices. The designs will be done taking into consideration the city's architectural history.
We therefore have come up with a plan to do 4 separate blocks. These blocks will contain, they are 3 stories, they are 84 2-bedroom units, 16 3-bedroom units, and 54 ground floor retail units. There will be parking within the central plaza area. Again, they are designed, and it's a difficult design to consider in terms of it has to be climate resilient, has to take into account what happened in Maria. So our preferred solution at this point in time is to go for a steel frame solution with a reinforced concrete outer shell, reinforced concrete roof with an architectural roof over the top to provide the correct architectural integrity for the area.
The 2-bedroom units will be in excess of 700 square feet, while the 3-bedroom units will be over 850 square feet. Meanwhile, Timmins revealed that the structures of the project at Bellevue-Chopin were unaffected by Category 5 Hurricane Maria.
We're pleased to tell everybody that there was no significant damage or consequences to the structures which we had already built up there, in so much as none of the residential units, the roads, the underground services, the drainage suffered any damage whatsoever.
Work which was temporarily halted after the storm has recommenced. MMCE will be accepting regional and international tenders for both projects for the first half of 2018 and intend to begin construction on the second half of 2018. MMCE has plans for smaller scale housing projects in La Plaine, Grand Fort, Castle Bruce, Kaninago Territory, Vieux-Cars and Newtown. The details of these will be revealed in a few months. For GIS News, I'm Lurian Graham Carter.